Sleep is essential to us, but some of us aren't getting enough of it.
Can you see right there? Our registered dietitian, Lori Meyer, joining us live this afternoon to talk about why it's so important to make sure we get enough sleep.
And that it is, as we all yawn right about now. You know, it really is important, and it's not just to, stay alert, but they can really affect your health. If you're having trouble falling asleep or staying asleep or waking up throughout the night or waking up unrefreshed, you're setting yourself up for health problems. Increased risk for obesity. They're finding you reduce human growth hormone, you increase insulin levels, so this can increase obesity, also increasing diabetes risk. We're finding that we have an increased risk of blood pressure problems, even heart disease, along with mood problems and risky behavior problems. So there are really problems. If you're getting less than 5 hours of sleep a night, 74% increased risk that you're going to become more obese.
So I need at least 6.5?
Well, we're going to find that out in just a moment.
So how much sleep do we need?
And the answer is, there's no magic number, but there is some consensus. The older we get, the less we need. However, it doesn't mean that we can get by on 6 hours of sleep. You can see infants, 14 to 15 hours of sleep, toddlers, 12 to 14, school-age kids, 10 to 11. By the time you get to be a teenager, 8.5 to 9.25, and they're finding teens abuse the sleep the most. And then adults, 7 to 9 hours of sleep. And if you find that you're sleeping 7 and you're still not refreshed, then maybe you need 8, maybe you need 9, but you have to find what your amount is for yourself.
Oh, to be a toddler again. 12
or a
hours
teenager.
of sleep?
All right, diet and sleep. We have a variety of things here that can impact the way we sleep, for good or bad.
What we have found is that certainly what you eat is going to affect it, but they have really identified certain nutritional deficiencies that correlate with certain types of insomnia. And we're finding iron deficiency, and that really is going to affect more restless leg syndrome. Calcium or magnesium deficiency, and that's going to be more leg cramps and also going to keep you awake at night. Vitamin D affects your circadian rhythms, and so it's really going to affect your sleep-wake cycle. If you're deficient in calcium, you're going to have more frequent awakenings, and then also B12, you're going to have trouble falling asleep. So any of those can affect you. So I have a variety of foods here, and if you're not eating these foods, you probably are deficient. You need good sources of protein for your iron and for your B vitamins, and also for some of the vitamin D. So salmon, chicken thigh in particular, some of the red meats. For calcium, you need some of the dairy products and also sardines or salmon. Also your vitamin D, you're going to get your sardines, your Swiss cheese, and your eggs. And then for some of the calcium and the magnesium, besides the dairy products, quinoa and buckwheat, amaranth, and also your greens. I have some kale and some chard. I have some legumes. Going to be a real good source of magnesium, nuts and seeds, bananas, and even a little bit of chocolate, because it's going to give you some of that magnesium.
All right. Almonds, the solution to all of life's problems. Lori, always a pleasure. Got a question for our experts? Email them, asktheexpert@today'stmj4.com. You can also leave a voicemail.